Whew. Hi, hello. Welcome to the Galactic Councilorship report for July 2023, brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess of Losi. I'll be your oracle today. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. I was sent to deliberate the findings for Capricorn. If you don't know your rising sign, start with your North Node. Everything else becomes a lot less accurate depending on the chart. Okay, and I'm getting the energy that something is balancing, equaling out, aligning itself. There might be a really high level spirit or ancestor following us, guiding us, protecting us. And also somebody, some person, place, or thing, some energy, entity, enemy, ideology is feeling mobile, isolated. We've mobilized, moved forward, and moved up. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, because this is the period between the 22nd of June and the 21st of July, respectively, 2023. And for a Capricorn rising, the sun is transiting Cancer, which means we're having a 7th house event. So there should be enlightenment around one-on-one shipping. It can also be open enemies. These are people that can oppose us, but mainly partnerships, okay? It's also where we make some commitments, again, mainly one-on-one, anything, marriage partnerships, friendships, la-di-da, yada, yada, business partnerships. Okay, also open enemies. So there's somebody that's sitting there watching us come up, blow up, gloss up, la-di-da, yada, yada. They're feeling some kind of way. They're trying to do something. We don't know about it yet, and it's about to become known. It's about to be out in the open. They probably were a hidden enemy, and they're about to become an open enemy, something of that line, something of that nature. Somebody is feeling depressed. Their worst dreams are being manifested, coming true. There's some kind of reversal here. So if we were poor, stuck, blind, stupid one day, now all of a sudden we're on and popping the next day. If we were at the bottom of the barrel one day, all of a sudden we're at the top of the heap next day. We were stuck somewhere as well, I'm getting. That we were pinned down in a jar, in a bind, in a sunken place, or whatever, what have you. And then they were doing breadcrumbing or really enforcing the position we were in. That's coercive control is the word for that. Yeah, so they had us bound, pinned. We were under some kind of influence. That's the Eight of Swords and the moon card. We had to move forward from that, or the situation just evolved. When you have the Eight of Cups and the moon, it's definitely leaving the swamp, okay? So we were around garbage, person, people, places, things, okay? And when you have the 7th house highlighted, it means that we've let in really toxic, dangerous people close. Okay, it's not always a conscious thing. The moon card has a lot of things hidden. It's not always like that was our intention. It's not always like we knew. Sometimes we're thinking like logic. I don't see it. I don't understand. La-di-da, yada, yada. Sometimes even the other person doesn't know what their intention is. But, you know, people always say they want to see you successful until you get successful. Why? Well, because you're moving forward, you're leaving them behind, and they're being reminded that you possess qualities and characteristics that they might not have, and you've done things that they tried to do but quit on, okay? And you're getting a lot further with less than they did. So you started with less, and you've gotten a lot further, and they didn't do nothing with nothing at all. So of course, people feel some kind of way. They get defensive. Because they feel burdened. They're carrying around a lot of things that don't need to be. And they see the ships coming in for us. And and all they can focus on is the difficulties and see, that's the thing. That's the price for the goal. That's the price for the glory, the difficulties we have to go through. Okay. If a person looks out into the world and they see all the reasons why they can't do what they want to do, and we look out to the world and we see the one way something might work, who do you think is going to accomplish the goal? And that's just what it is, how it is. And again, things are being illuminated and lightened. Again, some person, place, or thing, energy, entity, enemy, ideology was enforcing our position. They were keeping us stuck wherever we were, pinned down in a jar, in a sunken place. And that shifted. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Pentacles. The tables are turning. Okay. Things are shifting. Okay. And we're gatekeeping. So it doesn't matter what we get dealt with. It doesn't matter. Ooh, I'm hearing some things. Something about esthetician, nail shops, number one. Something about painters, number two. Contractors, drywallers, okay? And then the other part of that, it doesn't matter what difficulty we get dealt with. Doesn't matter what blow we get dealt with. We're gonna have to overcome it and come through and move through it. And that's just the thing. People think about stopping or blocking or sabotaging or whatever or what have you, and it's not about that. Life is what you make it, and the journey is just that, the journey, okay? It's adversity is a catalyst for success. We got to grow. So people think they're burying us, people think they're blocking us, and they're really making us stronger. They're really increasing our blessings, and they don't understand that. When they figure that out, they implode because they're in their mind, they're in their ego. They're not in a loving, caring, kind place. They're not in a benevolent place. Then, so that means there's something wrong with their soul. They're twisted, they're warped. Two of Pentacles. Okay, and they also might see that we're just indomitable, King of Wands. You can't. Our spirit is unassailable. Okay, so they might be trying to swap places, revert, divert our blessings, what we got going on, but the blow up is on the way. So they're looking at us they're looking toward us now for inspiration. So they might be coming back around, trying to do some apology or trying to collaborate. They can't even apologize. They're gonna want to play now and maybe play games with us, or maybe play, like have fun or whatever, what have you. And that karma's not gonna allow that. We're gonna have to surpass them, leave them behind. Okay, and these are, again, people, places, and things. Lovers card. It's the environment, surroundings, locations that we're in, unity, community, partnerships that we're in. And again, that's another thing with the seven of the seventh house. It's exactly that. Not so much community, but partnerships, things where we have a union. We're one-on-one with somebody in a union. And this is just somebody contesting our happiness. Okay, we're feeling traumatized, but they're feeling wounded because there's been an ending. The ending's already happened. Karma's being swept away right now, currently, though. Okay, what's going on for Capricorn? So Leo and Libra may be important for Capricorn rising. Libra would be the 10th house. And Leo would be the 8th house. Somebody might be fighting on career, our reputation, our legacy. There's some kind of secrets or hidden battle or hidden enemy around what we got going on in terms of blessings, shared resources. Somebody knows a lot about us. Maybe we're just finding out about ourselves. We have the 9 of Swords. So whatever this person did or is doing, they're feeling haunted, they're feeling shameful, they're feeling guilty. We might be feeling fearful, okay? They have some kind of illusionary success. So they're uppity in their ego. Yeah, 7 of Cups is about illusion, delusion, confusion. It's some imaginary, illusionary success. Something is fake, false. Okay, there could also be lies, secrets. Devil. Okay. With the 9 of Swords, this is the dark night of the soul. This is Capricorn. So the devil could just represent Capricorn. We'll know in a minute. I'm going to need some Earth core cards, some Pentacle core cards. So we'll see. We have, here's that it. And I keep getting somebody's a painter, an esthetician, a nail technician, a nail artist. My mom is one of those. 3 of Wands here. Yeah, so somebody is stuck on stupid. They're conceited. They think they overcame obstacles, but they don't understand that they're just beginning. They might be haunted, shameful, guilty. They've been found guilty by the universe as well. So good things are not going to happen because they cursed or are cursing themselves with however they interact with us. I don't have a core pentacle yet, so I'm not going to talk about Capricorn energy yet. This is the devil. Okay, so the devil and the Nine of Swords, cursed. Okay, dark night of the soul, period, point blank. They've also been caught, Eight of Swords, and now with the Nine of Swords, they're found guilty, and it may be self-guilt, it may be universal guilt. With the Three of Wands, it tends to be the universe is intervening. They've even sent a messenger from the universe, Eight of Wands. So something's about to be enforced is what I'm getting, but it's compounding, doubling down. With this Eight of Wands, and this person conjured this in it. They called it in because they have malice, envy, greed. This is a person that's really dangerous. They're an open enemy. They've openly crossed the line. Now, on our end, we might have some kind of boundaries. We might be trying to be expansive, and somebody's trying to enter in negative influence, or we're stuck. We're stuck with a person, a place, a thing, an environment, surrounding location that we don't want to. It's going to be hindering our growth. We might be feeling some kind of bondage. Okay. But our ships are coming in, Two of Swords. Somebody's of an opposing mind. They want us to stop, they want to block, they want us to not do what we're doing, or they want us to let them join or let them involve themselves. It's not going to happen. Us on our end, we're trying to be discerning. We're trying to manage or merge or just deal with, hold two really opposing viewpoints in the mind at the same time. We're trying to reconcile all the energies, the entities, the ideologies. We can't, we shouldn't. Not with the devil and the Ten of Wands. That means a hellfire. Okay, there's burdens to nearly every area of our life. Somebody's digging a hole, and see, this is, remember what I said, that they're digging a hole. It's compounding, so it's clear that it's compounding and they're digging a hole. Now, we may be safe and secure in the self. We may be sitting pretty, resting right, and somebody don't like that. It makes them feel some kind of way. Also, they may be obsessed or fixated on us because, okay, somebody has malice. There's just a lot of malice here, duplicity. So they're a trickster. Again, I'm getting that esthetician, carpenter. Okay, so somebody, we might have been going to partner up with somebody or get a loan together or la-di-da, yada, yada. It didn't work, it shouldn't work. Don't go forward because we're going to end up stuck with it, okay? We should do something on our own, Nine of Pentacles. We don't need to join with another hoe to get whatever, do whatever. I would say the Ten of Pentacles for that. Okay, remember I was saying the Eight of Swords. So somebody's stuck. They messed around, they got caught up, they effed around, they found out. They got caught up messing with us, doing us dirty because they're frivolous. Flippant, flagrant. Okay, and this is gonna come back. Okay, so it's not gonna stay hidden. The Judgment card and the Devil card, that is together. And again, I just want to repeat, I would normally say Capricorn, because the Devil's here. It's a Capricorn reading. I would need to see a core pentacle, King, Queen, Knight, Page of Pentacles. It's not here. Okay, and probably by the time it comes out, the Devil card will go away. So, and we're dealing with the 7th house, which is open enemies. So the devil means the devil, negative influences, some kind of obsession, oppression, and it would be obsession because look, the Lovers card. So this is obsessive love. This is also being bound, stuck in a place that you don't want to. This is the past coming up to haunt or to face with the Judgment and the Devil. Okay, and we have 2 winged cards here. So there is some kind of salvation, redemption, savior. And this reading has me feeling kind of drained. And it's early in the day here. I've done my little regimen, my little juice, my little everything. So I should be juiced up and I'm feeling kind of drained. But see, this is redemption, salvation coming. And I'm just seeing all the fancy people. I live in a busier area. It's sandwiched in between two entertainment districts, and there's a stadium and la-di-da and yada yada. Long story short, I'm just seeing fancy people, and at this time of day, I'm seeing usually business professionals, and it's barely noon. So normally during the week, I'm seeing business professionals. The fancy people come out at night, and I'm not distracted, but I'm looking out the window, I'm seeing fancy people, and multiples, not just one or two or three or five. I'm seeing everybody, fancy car, fancy sparkly, bedazzled, rhinestone, crystals, whatever, what have you. So that's what I'm getting. I keep hearing nail technician, I keep smelling a nail salon. So it's something about beauty, something about how we are and popping, how we're radiant, how we're beautiful, how we're glowing, how we're high vibrational, how we're bossed up, glowed up, whatever, what have you, la-di-da, yada, yada. Yeah, maybe we got something new, maybe a new car, a new house, or maybe we're going after trying to get whatever, what have you. Maybe our nails are on and popping, our body be banging, whatever, what have you. That somebody feels some kind of way. King of Swords with the Eight of Swords. So they did their thing, and now they're blocked out. They can't come around. They need to operate with us being separated also. So they might have access to us still, but they're not getting what they want. And the love is not there no more. And they may also have vengeance. They may be wanting to prove some kind of lesson. Now, to a lesser degree, we can have a Gemini sun sign here. King of Swords in the Lover's card, that could be a Gemini sun. It could also be a Virgo rising, especially with the next card being Virgo here. But this is beauty. This is person making beauty moves. They're making moves to improve themselves in the community, out in the world. They're moving into bigger groups, bigger games. Literally, they're being granted access to coveted circles, coveted status. So we're having the boss up, the glow up, and somebody does not like that. They're fighting us for what we're trying to manifest in our life. Somebody wants to keep us stuck and attached to them. And they're also trying to destroy us in some way because maybe we're too powerful, we're too prideful, la-di-da, yada, yada. They want us to be more approachable, accessible as a victim. The other thing that I'm getting is they were doing some kind of dirty in the past, and now it's coming up. We're about to find out. Because they're sitting there haunted. They're sitting there vengeful. What they want to do is come down even harder, double down on their warfare, so that we are distracted for whatever's about to come out to the surface, be revealed. And they've been working on us for a long time. They've been working on we just have this independence, even if we're too independent for them. Sometimes that happens. You're in a relationship with the person and they're just secure within themselves, whatever's going on. The word that we use for that a lot is hyper independence, but it's not always about that, because hyper independence is saying, I'm scared I'm leaving. I'm scared I'm leaving. Different words, different reasons, different rhymes all the time, but ultimately it boils down to, I'm scared I'm leaving, or I don't need you, I'm leaving. Okay, hyper vigilance, hyper sensitivity, hyper independence would mean that you're scared, and instead of coming closer, opening up, being intimate, being vulnerable, trying to work it out, stating your needs, stating your boundaries, stating your standards, reminding yourself, reminding the other party about the shared agreement, shared beliefs, shared ideals, okay, shared values, you're just saying, I don't need you, I'm leaving. I don't need you, I'm leaving. That's hyper independence. But being independent means that you're open to interdependence, meaning you are your own self and you show up to the relationship. They should be their own selves and show up to the relationship. If you're your own self and you show up to the relationship, then you can work on the relationship, because you don't work on another person, you work on yourself, and you show up together and you work on the relationship together. It's like you don't partner with a person in business. You're business partners with a person in business, meaning you have your own holding company. They have their own holding company, and the holding companies create a third entity, and y'all manage that third entity together. Does it make sense? So if things get destroyed or fall down to the ground or whatever, what have you, you're not losing your entity, you're losing this entity that you share with another person. It's the same thing. You're never leaving that person, you're leaving the relationship with that person. Does that make sense? Love, if it's real love, it's eternal. Once you start loving on a person, it's unconditional. They don't have to be anything other than what they are, how they are, in order for you to love them. And it's conditions if they have to do this or do that in order for you to love them. Now, the thing about it is, you don't have to tolerate not getting your needs met, whether there's harm or just annoyance. Okay? They could be downright disrespectful, whatever, what have you. It doesn't mean you need to stay. You need to tolerate any BS, any horse pucky, whatever. But you're not leaving because you don't love them. You're leaving because you're no longer tolerating your needs not getting met. Okay, this person sees us independent. They see us safe and secure in themselves, in the self. They see us built up from the inside out. We're kind of unflappable in a way, and it threatens them. So this is a person that's trying to exact appreciation, adoration, affection. No, that's what it is. They have this narrative that we don't want them, we don't need them because we're not needy or we're not as expressive as they think or they deem. You know, a person who's a narc or a toxic, malignant turd, they're always going to have some little narrative in their mind, in their heart, in their soul, in their spirit, in their psyche, in their whatever, in their what have you. You can never, ever, ever maintain that pristine narrative. They need to do that themselves, and they can't do it themselves. That's the problem. That's why they're hyper vigilant, hyper insecure. Okay, and so that also means you're always going to agitate them, aggravate them, irritate them, intimidate them, and that's not our problem. And that's also part of the need to control. And if you're stooping, if you're you know, resorting to these low down, dirty, backhanded ways to get what you want, vengeful, sideways, sneaky, trifling, treacherous to get what you want. You really don't need to be in a union, in a relationship. That's what it is. But this doesn't need to be an intimate. I'm also getting a lot about business partnership. I feel like we were going to get a loan with somebody to go into business with somebody, or we were going to start a business with somebody, and something happened. We might have started a business with somebody. Things are going well for us. But that's just another thing as well. If you start a business with somebody and they're doing great in the business and you're not, but sometimes you just gotta administer the business for a month, for a year, for half a decade while they bring in all the money, they bring in all the clients. And yeah, people love them and you see the joy and whatever. But if y'all are 50-50, you should be thinking like you're benefiting from the whatever and the what have you, from the la-di-da and the yada yada. You get in the bag too by association. It's the same thing in a relationship. If you got a baddie, if you got a hottie on your arm or whatever, and everybody's all over them or all wanting them or whatever, and they're respecting you, meaning they're pushing people off, they're pushing people away, you're going home with them. Don't you share a bed with them? Why are you all in your mind and your ego jealous and vigilant? I don't get that. I don't get that. That means you're weak in your soul. That means you're insecure. That means that you don't have anything in your spirit to stand in. That I could say worse things. So we have this hermit here, Hierophant, excuse me, with the 7 of Wands. Now we have a court card, but the devil's gone. It's the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so somebody is knows we're about to receive. We might be also getting alerts that our protection is slipping, that our foundation is under attack or something of that nature. We may be getting reminded that we need to stay on higher ground. We're being prepared for that with the Page of Pentacles. We have the Temperance card here, so we're doing it perfectly, or we have some kind of healing or spiritual perfection. There's 2 sevens out now. We have the 9 of Cups here with the 7 of Cups. So there's something about illusions, confusions, delusions, There might be lies, secrets, deceit of some nature, self-deceit, usually with the Seven of Cups. We might be slipping back into the swamp. Okay, it's just something is imaginary. Okay, smoke rings, gaslighting, things of that nature. So we might, okay, especially with this Page of Wands, Seven of, so we've found a way to defend ourselves here, and somebody is feeling entitled. They're feeling needy. They need attention, affirmation, affection, appreciation, and they're gonna go vengefully, hastefully towards it with this Knight of Swords. Okay, so they're gonna attack because they're feeling overlooked. Okay, so that's just a low soul. Unfortunately, everything became negative with this Knight of Swords. So be the lies, deceit, secrets. They have some lust. So they feel that they deserve whatever more. And this is, again, the second time. So these two cards together, I was gonna say the Lovers, the Empress and the Temperance, it means social isolation. It also means blessed, chosen, favored, highly anointed, highly favored, chosen, anointed, blessed, favored, highly favored. Okay, it just means highly favored. But it also can mean, if we're dealing with another person, that somebody's getting iced out. Somebody here is repressive, suppressive, oppressive, obsessive, repressive. They're feeling entitled. They're superficial, sacrilegious. They defile their soul, they defile their body. This means they don't put the proper foundation. They don't put the time, energy, effort, attention into things. They cut corners, they make shortcuts. That means they're fake and fictitious, phony, maybe even corrupt. Okay. So let's see what's up here. Yeah, so we're nice and loving. We're open, we're harmony, and they have vengeance. Vengeful. Letting go of vengeance, okay? And it is about finances. Okay, and we just got a lot going on. We're doing different things. So if we're doing different things, we're getting different results. Okay, so the thing is we're putting our energy out there and it's coming back. This person's probably just stuck on stupid, stagnant. Okay, they're not doing enough, but they're doing too much, meaning they're all up in our business, jocking our nuts, whatever, what have you. And I get that sometimes you're a business partner with somebody, but again, you got to have a little independence even in a partnership. Okay, so we got the Midas touch. We got that good. We got that juice. We got that base. We even get noticed by others. Healer and victim. So somebody has too much self-pity. They need to free themselves, get out of their situation. And we have a healing touch too. So if we put our mind, our time, our energy, if we throw ourselves into something, it improves. Unless it's toxic, and it shouldn't improve. And this person is just feeling like nothing's working out for them. Playing the victim with positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. But there's something more sinister, evil, wicked, toxic. Okay, and so we're also dilettante. We might not have all the professional acumen, credentials, or whatever. So when we can show up with less and get a lot more, when we show up not being educated or fancy or whatever, and we're getting a lot farther, that means we have some kind of blessings behind us. We have some kind of juice in our spirit, and this person might be drained. Also, we have this virgin energy, so there's a purity to us. And see, that's the thing. when how you're coming, when your intentions are good, when your intentions are pure, you get a lot further than somebody trying to be cold, cool, calm, collected, calculated, really. They're a networker, so they say a lot of things that probably don't matter. We have these negative connotations here, so they're liar, falsehood, okay. They have some kind of personal agenda, and we've already come across them not getting what they want. So we've had to challenge them twice or thrice, and that didn't go very well. So they used to be a companion. We probably went into business with them, and they sabotaged us. And they're an avenger. So they're trying to prove a point. They feel justified in doing whatever they're doing. And if you harm somebody intentionally or accidentally and you feel good about it, there's something deeply wrong. It's not even about the relationship dynamic anymore. So if you cause harm, even when you need to defend yourself or defend your child or whatever, and they don't want to see us move forward without them, they don't like us having independence. It's a really big thing. This is the mother archetype, but I read these differently. But I'm going to read it this point blank here. Smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. I kept getting that. They don't want us independent. They don't like it. It agitates their soul. It infuriates, agitates them. It intimidates them. It frightens them. So with this mother archetype, they might be older than us. They might feel like in a nurturing. So that happens to me a lot. People want to love on me, want to nurture me, but they don't want to help me. But see, I'm not asking for help, and they're not engaging me, saying, "Well, how can I support you?" So they get my boundaries. They get repelled. They get popped back, pushed back, and they feel some kind of way because basically I won't let them in or I won't let them close, and it's like I can't F with you. I really can. If I don't know your intentions, if I don't know what you need from me, you're not getting anything from me. And that's just how it is. And yeah, it could be drama or trauma from my past or whatever, but I'm very loving and giving already. So I need clarity. I deal in specifics, okay? And people just don't understand that. I don't like that or appreciate that. And I used to try to explain and listen to them complain, but now it's like, okay, I just put a boundary and you argue with me about my boundary. You're shaming me for my boundary. So you can go. And this is this person. They're feeling like I'm trying to love on you, I'm trying to nurture you, I'm trying to give you this support, and or it used to be like that. They used to be a friend or a guide or a companion or some kind of mentor or teacher, elder, or whatever. They're just an older friend. They might be a sister, elder sister. They might be our actual mother. And we went into business with them or whatever. We have some kind of open conflict. Okay. If a person is too something, too anything for you, too loud, too independent, it means there's something alive in you that you need to heal. And yeah, okay, people could be too la-di-da, too yada-yada, and that might not work for you. But if your needs that are not getting met are not the first thing at your mind every time you're like, this person's too extra or whatever, it means you need to heal. It means there's a sickness in your soul. Yeah, because this person's a storyteller, so they're a liar. And they're controlling. Okay, so this mother archetype, hypervigilance, that's a sign of weakness. It's like a micromanaging boss. It's a sign of weakness. Your problems are your problems. You can't project them or enforce them upon others. Okay, that's just a no. Yeah, and again, they can't help themselves. They're refusing to help themselves. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Go ahead and smash that like button. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.